Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be doing a what's in my travel bag, I guess is what I'm going to call it. So I'm going on a little trip this weekend to Chicago. It's just like a 2-day trip. And I was packing my makeup and I thought it would be really interesting to show you what I kind of decided to put in here because I think that's very telling. Because when you travel, I don't want to take up a huge amount of room of my bag to travel. For makeup, like, that's not, no. Like, I'd rather have more room for clothes and shoes and whatever else I need. So what's in my bag is kind of the stuff that I really love or I feel like I can get the most use out of. So let me show you what I got in here. So starting with some of my brushes, because that's what well, I'll show you what my bag looks like first. So it's just like one of these like 3 like sectioned bags that can hang or whatever, lay down. I'm gonna open the first section. So in the first section I have my mascara, which is my L'Oreal Voluminous Butterfly Intenza Waterproof Mascara. I love this mascara. I love the fact that it's waterproof, and it actually is waterproof. I have a few other waterproof formulas that I would call as more water resistant. I feel like with this I could actually go swimming and my mascara would just stay in place. And I would never go swimming in mascara or makeup, but I could with this thing. So it never flakes, it never fails. So it definitely deserved a spot in my little travel bag. So as far as brushes goes for eyes, I have my MAC 247, which is like what I use to pack on shadow. I'm taking my MAC 286, which I use either to put stuff in the crease or to blend out. And I don't know if I'm taking this one. I'm like 50-50 right now. If I'm taking the Wet n Wild kind of blending kind of huge brush. It's a little big for my eye, so I might not take this one. This one was an iffy one. And then I have my It Cosmetic brush, and it's the number 220 small shadow brush, which I love to do like highlighting underneath my brow bone, inner corner, and then stuff underneath my lash line. So I really love that brush. And then my Real Techniques domed eyeshadow brush, which works really good for like putting stuff in the crease, outer corner, and can even pack onto the lid. So most of these brushes are like dual functioned, and that's why they ended up into my collection for what I'm taking. My other cheek products that are in this little section is the e.l.f. concealer brush, I think is what it's called, or the Flawless Concealer Brush, which is what I use for highlight. I used it for highlight today. I'm not wearing any foundation, so if my makeup looks a little weird, that is why. I just have a skin outbreak and I'm just trying to let it breathe for the most part. And the only cheek product that I'm wearing is highlighter because I love highlighter. It was not a smart idea though. But I just love it. I feel like it puts on a lot of product with very little work and it just blends very nicely. The next one is my Luxie 516 Dual Fiber Powder Brush, which I use for blush a lot. So I really like this. It applies a nice amount and it isn't heavy, and these are just very lightweight brushes as well. Okay. Something that isn't in here but will be is my NYX eyeshadow base. I just have to keep it out because I'm filming one more eye look tutorial for palette of the week before I leave, so gotta leave that out. So now in my bottom compartment, which looks like this, I have a ton of stuff. So I have my BareMineral's Complexion Rescue Tinted Hydrating Gel Cream. I decided to go with this foundation because first of all it looks beautiful on the skin. Second of all, it's just really easy to apply. You can apply it with your fingers, with a brush, with a sponge, and it looks flawless every time. It's also, like it says, hydrating. It's not going to dry out my skin, and when you travel, your skin goes to wreck. Anyone who travels a lot will tell you that. I don't experience it too much, but even I still know this. So I wanted something really hydrating and just easy, and that's what this is. And then of course, since I'm bringing foundation, I'm bringing my Moto Perfecting brush. This is the number 801 brush, which came in the set that I use for foundation, and I just love this thing. This thing just blends out foundation flawlessly. And then I brought my big Real Techniques powder brush, which I used to use for setting my foundation, but I haven't been setting my foundation for a really long time. Now what I use it for is bronzer, and I'm loving it for bronzer, so really love this brush. The next thing that I have, speaking of bronzer, is my Tarte Park Avenue Princess Palette Volume 1. And this is all the cheap products I need for a 2-day trip. It has a bronzer, which is, I'm going to do swatches for you. Like, it's not too cool toned and it's not too warm toned. It's a little bit more on the neutral side. So it can look a little orange if you're not careful, which is why I use a big fluffy brush. And then it has like a very nice like everyday pink shade for the blush, and then a white champagne highlighter. So I just really love that. And I love that it's all like self-contained into one palette. I think that's really useful for traveling. Now, eyeshadow was really hard for me to choose because I wanted something that was going to be sturdy packaging, but also I could get a lot of looks out of. And I was thinking between this palette and the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, but I'm not as into it. Honestly, like, I like the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette, but I'm just not excited to use it when I look at it. Whereas the Tarteist Pro palette just is kind of making me a little excited to use it. I just think there's so many beautiful colors in here, and there's, you know, your basic neutrals, there's some warmer tones, there's a lot of cooler tones. I think I could get a lot of looks out of it. And I could do a very natural everyday look, and I can do a dramatic look. And all the powders just have blended really well for me so far, so I kind of have a lot of trust in that palette. So far that's really all I'm bringing for my little trip. I'm not bringing a whole lot. I'm not really bringing any skincare. If I need a moisturizer, I will. I am going to go buy some makeup removers before I leave because I'm out, and I don't bring like liquids makeup removers on trips. But besides that, I should be pretty much, that's it. I'm not going to really bring anything else. I might end up bringing an eyeliner, but I'm really not into the idea of doing that. I probably won't. It's just another thing to carry on, and it's just not something I want to worry about when I'm on my trip, is doing like winged eyeliner. So that is what I put in my travel bag. If you are going on a trip, or if you know what your like travel necessities are, you should let me know, because I would love to hear what your product necessities are. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next time.